Hey guys, welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel that I created, centered around weight loss, tips, tricks, ideas that I've used over the years in my weight loss journey. I would like to share them with you, and hopefully they'll help you out. Okay, so what I'd like to talk about today is the importance of getting your mind straight, or getting in the right state of mind for your weight loss goals. So what I mean by that is you have to have your head in the game. You have to be all in, 100% ready to go, committed to this, or chances are you won't succeed. So what I'd like to do is give you some tips on how I keep my head in the game, how I keep myself committed to this goal of weight loss and keeping the weight off. Okay, the first step I feel is your attitude. So I feel like having a positive attitude about your weight loss goals and what you're going to have to do to get there is very important. Negativity will destroy your efforts quicker than you realize. So staying positive about what you're doing and your ability to accomplish it is very important. Okay, so what I do personally to ensure that I keep a positive attitude is I have several quotes that I have committed to memory that kind of remind me to stay positive, help me keep in that positive attitude about things. The first one is, you are what you think about all day long. So if you think about that, if you spend all day being a negative person or being grouchy or complaining, that kind of builds that habit into your personality. So then you just become a negative person. So basically be conscious of that and try to think about positive things or portray positive things. Say nice things to people. Just be a positive person. Even if at first, you're kind of forcing it, eventually it becomes more natural, and then you just have a positive attitude overall. And this will help, especially with your weight loss, with your diet and exercise. Having a positive attitude about it will help you stay committed, will help keep you on track. As we're obviously, the negative attitude about it makes it a lot more difficult to do. Okay, so 1, you are what you think about all day long. 2, my second quote that I like is, you must be sure to stand guard at the door to your mind. So to me, that means be conscious of what thoughts you are allowing to go through your mind. Make an effort to keep the negative thoughts out. Only allow in positive thoughts and feelings that will in turn help you become a more positive person and have a more positive outlook towards your weight loss goals. Okay, so 2, stand guard at the door to your mind. And my last little quote that I like, and I'm not sure if it's really a quote, but it's more of a short story that says, your best friend can put sugar in your coffee and you'll be fine. If your worst enemy puts sugar in your coffee, you'll be fine. But if your best friend, by accident, puts poison in your coffee, you could die. Okay, so what that means to me is you have to be careful of the people that you surround yourself with, the company you keep. If you surround yourself constantly with negative people, it's inevitable that their negativity will rub off on you, and you will become more negative. You'll become a more negative person. So in trying to stay positive about your weight loss, I found it's easier to limit my exposure to these people, or not hang around with them as much. I mean, I understand if it's your best friend, you want to talk to them, but just be conscious of the negativity that you allow in your life. Okay, so I hope all that made sense. You are what you think about all day long. Stand guard at the door to your mind, and basically don't let your friends poison your coffee. Another tool I used was that I researched a little bit on the power of positive thinking. So you could do that and see if that helps. So attitude, that's your first factor into getting your mind committed to this weight loss. My second factor would be finding inspiration. So it's kind of tough for me to tell you how to find inspiration, just that you have to find it. I personally found inspiration. You read inspiring things, stories about people that could inspire you. Think of the person that you want to become. Let that future you inspire you to become that person. Just other people that you might know that have inspired you. Just try to find your own personal inspiration and keep that in mind, day to day. You have attitude, inspiration. The final factor that I've found is motivation. Motivation, to me, is the easiest to lose, but is also the easiest to regain. Okay, so motivation to me means the fire underneath your rear end that forces you to take action. So the reason you're doing something, what's forcing you to do it? Okay, so when I'm trying to get my motivation, one thing I'll do is I'll take some old fat photos of me, and I'll hang them up around the house as a reminder, as motivation, because I don't want to go back to that. It's too hard getting away from that, and I don't want to go back there. So the other thing I do is I have a few motivational speakers that I watch videos from on YouTube. Probably the main guy that I listen to, his name's Eric Thomas. So you check him out. He has some good motivational talks on YouTube. Les Brown is another one, and Jim Rohn, Rohn. Those three guys are the main three guys that I like to listen to when I feel like I need some motivation to stay on track, to get to the gym or whatever it might be. Their talks aren't necessarily based around weight loss. It's just motivation in general to live your best life or whatever, do whatever you want to, be motivated to do whatever you want to do. Okay, so in summary, ways to keep that commitment, to keep that mental commitment. First of all, keep a positive attitude. You can use the quotes that I talked about earlier. Inspiration. Find your inspiration. Basically, why you're doing this, why you want to do this, And then third, motivation. Find some good motivational speakers that you like. Like I said, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, those are 3 guys I like. There's plenty of them out there. All right, guys, so that's my video for today. If you enjoyed it or you think it might be useful, maybe subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.